Okay, we are going to review the Chapter 5. Um, if you don't have a Chapter 5 worksheet in front of you, or Chapter 5 review worksheet in front of you, you can go on to Schoology and find one there. Okay, I'll show you how to get there. It is right here. Go to your course, Algebra 2, Concepts B, Chapter 5, and then the Chapter 5 review is right there. Okay? Oh, round 1. So, you can either print that off now, or you can kind of just write those problems down and follow along, or you can just follow along. Right? Oh, actually, no, I want you to do some sort of review. So I need you to write it down so you can turn it in and get credit. First couple, we're going to change from exponents to roots, or from roots to exponents. So here we have an exponent, 12 to the 3 halves. 12 to the 3 over 2. We want to change that to a root form. Remember, this 2 is our root. Right? So it's really like the square root of 12 to that third power. And we don't have to write the 2 when it's just a square root. If you can simplify, I don't know what the square root of 12 is. It's decimal. Well, I do know it, right? It's, 3.14475, but you can just leave it as a square root of 12 to the third power. This next one is really 9 to the 3 halves. Okay, we want to change that to root. Okay, so this 2 is our root, right? So it's a square root of 9 to the third power. Can you simplify the square root of 9? Yeah, that's 3, right? So it's 3 to the third power, which is equal to 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. Okay, try that last one. I'm going to give it a second here. Try that last one on your own. (15 to the 7th). That bottom number, that's our root. So the 5th root of 15 to the 7th power. Should be our final answer. Okay, down here, number 4. Remember, the root is our bottom number, so it's really just 5 to the 5/4. This root right here, that 4, is our bottom number. Same thing here. That 3 is our bottom number, so 17 to the 20 over 3. This one, there's no number there. What does that mean? That means it's a square root, so it's the 14 to the 3 over 2 power. Done. Next, we are simplifying. We have 9 to the 3rd times 9 to the 13th. If you can remember, what do we do here? Well, if it's just 2 of the same base, 9 and 9, they're being multiplied by each other, we just add the exponents. What's 3 plus 13? It's 16. So our answer is our base, 9 to the 16th power. Next one, we're dividing. We have 7 to the 5th over 7 to the 3rd. If you don't know what this means or how we're supposed to do this, we can write 5 7s on top. We can write 3 7s on bottom. How many more are on top? 2. So our answer is 7 squared. If you don't want to write all that out, you can just subtract 5 minus 3. And now we have 15 to the 3rd power, and that's raised to the 7th. Anytime you see parentheses with an exponent raised to another exponent, all we do is multiply. What's 3 times 7? 21. Okay, number 10. We have 6 divided by 6 to the 3/4. That was very similar to number 8, where it's 7 to the 5th over 7 to the 3rd. Same base. This is really an exponent to the 1. So what do we do up top? We subtracted these. We can do the same thing. What's 1 minus 3 over 4? Well, I know that 1 can really be 4 over 4. 4 over 4 minus 3 over 4 is 1 over 4. So 1/4. So our answer is 6 to the 1/4. Next, we have 5 to the 5th over 10 to the 5th. That's all raised to the negative 1/5. We cannot subtract these because we don't have the same base, right? We have 5 and 10, so we can't do anything with those. So really the only move or thing we can do is multiply these exponents. What's 5 times negative 1/5? When we multiply fractions, we just multiply straight across. 5 times negative 1, negative 5 over 5. So it's negative 1. We get 5 to the negative 1 over and multiply these as well. 10 to the negative. And remember, we can't have negative exponents. What do? We flip them. So whenever you see a negative exponent, you gotta flip them. 10 over 5. Oh, that's not my final answer. You can simplify. 10 over 5 is 2. Alright. Number 12. We have the cubed root of 4 times the cubed root of 3. Okay, cubed root, cubed root. That means we can multiply what's under the cubed root. What's 4 times 2? 8. What's cubed root of 8? 2. Quick and easy. Next one. The square root of 50 divided by the square root of 2. Well, if there's a square root, we can divide them. What's 50 divided by 2? 25. What's the square root of 25? 5. All done. Okay, next couple. Next couple, we want to solve for x. Solve for x. So, first thing we want to do is get that cube root of 2x plus 1 all by itself. So we're going to get rid of that 4. I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. That way I have the cube root of 2x plus 1 equals 5. Okay, now I want to get rid of that cube root. How do I get rid of that cube root? Raise it to the 3rd power. Whatever I do to one side, got to do to the other. Okay, so 5 to the 3rd power is 125, so I'm left with 2x plus 1 equals 125. Solve for x, subtract 1 and get 2x equals 124 divided by 2. 124 divided by 2 is 62. Done. Next one. We want to solve. So we have x plus 1 equals the square root of 7x plus 15. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that square root by squaring. Whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So x plus 1 squared. Well, that's really, I'm going to do it up top here. X plus 1 times x plus 1. Whenever I get something like this, I got to distribute. What's x times x? X squared plus 1x plus 1x plus 1. So x squared plus 2x plus 1. That's what I'm going to get on the left side. That's going to equal 7x plus 15. Okay, now I'm going to simplify. I'm going to subtract this 2x, and I'm going to subtract this 1. So I'm going to get x squared equals, I'm do it off to the left, 5x plus 14. Now, not done. I'm going to erase this. Okay, I'm sorry if I didn't give you a whole lot of room. You can always go to the back side of your paper. And I'm going to subtract both 5x and the 14 over. So I get x squared minus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Now I got to factor the 14. To add up to 5 are 7 and 2. So I'm going to get x and 7 and x and 2 equals 0. It's going to be a negative 7, positive 2. So x is either equal to 7 or negative 2. X equals 7 or negative 2. We have to check our work. Whenever we come up with two different answers, we have to check our work. So let's plug in 7 first. 7 for x. 7 plus 1 is 8. Is 8 equal the square root of 7 times 7 is 49 plus 15 is 64. What's the square root of 64? 8. Okay, so we're good there. We know 7 is an answer for sure. How about negative 2? What's negative 2 plus 1? Negative 1. We get square root of 7 times negative 2. Negative 14 plus 15. Negative 1 equals the square root of 1. What's the square root of 1? 1. Does negative 1 equal 1? No. So we know x equals 7. A lot of work there. Last one. Last one for our review. I'm going to put that square root of x plus 12 on the right side, so I'm going to have the square root of 3x minus 3 equal to the square root of x plus 12. Now I'm going to square both sides. When I square both sides, the square roots go away. So 3x minus 3 equals x plus 12. Subtract x and add 3, so I get 2x equals 15. Divide by 2. X equals 7.5. Okay. So there you go. There's your review worksheet. Please submit your worksheet onto my desk. Make a neat pile on my desk anywhere with your name on it. Okay? And you will get credit. Next, you can go and take your quiz. Your quiz is in the Chapter 5 folder. Right there, Chapter 5 quiz. And get that done. You get 2 attempts, or you get multiple attempts. I think it's 3 attempts. Okay, so take it as many times as you need.